Grahame Lynch for CommsDay Live, and today we're going to be talking about what I regard as one of the unsung success stories of Australian telecommunications, Dubber. They've only been around since 2011, and they've got a business footprint around many countries across the globe. It's my privilege and pleasure to be speaking with co-founder and Chief Operating Officer of Dubber, James Slaney. Welcome to the show, James.
Thanks, Grahame. Happy to be here.
Well, we'll get into talking about Dubber in a minute, but I just wanted to get you talking about a bigger high-end issue in telecommunications, and that is what are the big challenges and trends that service providers and telecommunications providers are dealing with as we head into 2022?
Yeah, good question. I suppose we're always talking to providers because that's our method to market, and we work closely with them. We've just come back from Mobile World Congress in Barcelona a few weeks ago, and it was a good event to be to, after COVID, to actually see people face to face. The trends are pretty consistent across the world at the moment. They've got the issues they've always dealt with. They've got pressure to differentiate. They've got pressure on revenue and churn implications. They've invested heavily in their 5G networks, and how do they leverage this investment and get more value out of them in a unified communications product set in regards to that sort of communication for business. What we've seen is that, that where they traditionally run their own networks and they've had large margins in those networks, they've now got pressure from WebEx themselves, coming into their market, still working with service providers, but taking away and going a bit direct. You've got Microsoft Teams putting pressure on the margins of providers on these traditional products. So they're looking at ways to leverage what they've got in their mobile networks and their 5G networks, and also add value on top of these UC products where they can add revenue where they may be losing that at the moment.
Okay, so you've identified some challenges there. What do service providers need to do to address them?
Well, if you look at each of those aspects in regards to 5G, they've got a great network. They've got a great customer base. They own the network. They operate the network. They've got the pressure from customers to really utilize these UC products that are coming in and taking some of their market share, and they want to be involved with that also. So what we see is that they've got an opportunity at the moment to leverage the power of their network and what they're carrying across their services in the communication products. They've got great content that's untapped at the moment. So tapping into this content, which can also then be utilized or productized in different ways to really create revenue streams, create stickiness, and create the ability where they can reduce this churn and increase revenues where they might be losing that at the moment.
Okay, so how does harnessing voice, data, and cloud-based offerings help service providers meet customer needs?
Yep, so the end customer has changed. COVID's impacted the way we all work. We've got hybrid working. We've got people working in different parts of the world. I know with our business, we've got staff spread across Australia, the US, and Europe. One of our partners also told us that when they supply unified communications, they surveyed their customers, and each individual employee has effectively 2.5 services per employee. So they've got Microsoft Teams, WebEx calling, and another product. And that's pretty consistent what they found through their customer base. Now, if they're going to supply a product, it needs to work across a unified method in regards to all services they're supplying to their customers. So we look at a way where they can actually, and the end customer is now expecting benefits or technology benefits on the back of these products. So more than ever, they can utilize their network. They can actually look at the content in them and actually deliver benefits on top of these products that are unified and utilize the data in the network.
Okay, so tell me more about Dubber and how it helps service providers take advantage of these opportunities.
Yep, I'll go back a little bit to where we started and what we focused on. We delivered a platform. That platform was built in a way we could mimic the capacity within the telco network. We connected directly into the telco network, so the platform directly connects into that. There's a lot of value in that connectivity. And what we did at the start was we focused on ways to help the provider evaluate products. So we looked at call recording, whether it's dispute resolution for small business or large compliance-based call recording, the features that are required for compliance recording. So we've enabled our telco partners, our service provider partners, to win large banks internationally and in Australia. What we've seen, though, in the connectivity into the platform, that creates this opportunity to do more with provider. So we've actually released what we call Notes by Dubber, or Notes it's basically a note-taking application. It's a productivity application. It sits there behind the scenes. It actively takes notes for you for your Microsoft Teams meeting, for your mobile phone call, and it listens and it actually takes notes and looks for action points and different types of features. Now, we look at that in a way that for the provider, where call recording was maybe addressable for a specific market, we're utilizing the connectivity into their platform or into their network, that we can deliver a product or an application that is generally available or applicable for large amounts of users on their network. Now, we're looking at as well is that the data or the content of the network, how can we actually utilize our technology to align to the method of the way the telco goes to market? So what can we deliver that enables them to easily embed that product so it becomes a standard feature, it's easily upsellable, and it becomes a way that the customer can use that data in their existing application. So it becomes a very tight relationship in regards to the end customer. So increases revenue, and increases the ability that it's more sticky on that network.
Okay, what is it about Dubber that makes it unique in the market?
Yeah, so we have an M&A process. So we've looked around the world of different businesses that may be like Dubber. We don't think there is anything like us in regards to how we've released a platform. It's about capturing content on telco networks and utilizing that in line with the method the service provider goes to market. So we've looked around the world. We're the only platform that can actually unify data across multiple platforms, and it is built in a way that it's easily connected into the service provider network. They can deploy it really fast, and it's built in a way that we can actually service them and go to market in the way that they go to market. We are ASX listed in Australia, so we are a public company in Australia. We started here, but we are a global platform, and we do service over 170 service providers globally, and these are the largest providers in the world.